This is Da Vinci Design, a school that teaches the students through project-based learning. This documentary is about a project that takes place second semester of your senior year, which tests the amount of knowledge gained the past 4 years of education. Senior projects are the perfect way to demonstrate the effectiveness of project-based learning.
Okay, so what I know about senior projects is that the seniors have groups and they have to come up with something to help the community, I think it is. And it's kind of like to leave a mark in the school or leave a mark in the community and try to help other schools or groups and peoples and stuff like that. And then I know they get to leave early at 1, I think, or something to go prepare and do them.
For senior projects, I just know that the seniors get to leave early for school.
So I really don't know anything about senior projects. I just know seniors near the end of the year leave campus and just basically do what they want. I don't know.
I know that they do fundraising for proms and stuff.
They're very elaborate. They're not boring. You can really connect to the projects. You can't just say, "Oh, I know this," but you can really connect. Because I could connect a little, but I guess they're really fun if you really like to do a lot of projects in high school.
So senior projects, no? Okay. Senior projects is a process by which students have 6 weeks to come up with some sort of passion project or capstone project that they think can justify, foregoing their regular content classes in order to work on that project. So it's a 6 weeks process so that they can work on a project that they design themselves. For me, senior projects is my favorite time of the year, mainly just because the seniors get to use skills that they've been honing and using and learning about for the past 3.5 years, and then finally doing something that they actually want to do with it. I think part of the benefit of senior projects is it sort of gives seniors something to look forward to. Senior projects gives them something to look forward to at the end of the year and at the end of second semester when focus is really hard. When seniors start hearing back from colleges and they start thinking really heavily on what they're going to do next year, everything that's going on around them, especially if it's sort of the same old content classes, all of that sort of doesn't seem as important. So giving them something that they are designing, that they are passionate about, I see students get excited during that time in a way that they aren't excited for the rest of the year.
In regards to what other teachers have said about senior projects, I've been looking forward to this all school year just because it seemed like a really interesting idea. When I first heard about it, I didn't really understand it, but as we neared pitch POLs, I got to see exactly what the students were designing as their project and got to really see what senior projects are about, and now I'm able to really go back to what teachers said before and kind of understand what they meant when they said, hey, it's way different. Your students are working independently. They're going off campus and doing field work and meeting with industry partners, and so all of these things are things that I heard from other teachers, just basically basic descriptions of how or what senior projects are. This is my first year working with students in their senior projects. I really am happy with the groups that I have. They're all doing different things. I expect really solid quality work.
In the beginning stages of senior projects, students must present their idea to the panel of 6 senior project advisors, who in return give advice and insight on ways to improve their senior projects. In order to continue with their idea, all of the panel members must approve of their project design, and if not, they may be asked to represent. This first group we decided to include in our documentary is comprised of Kimberly, Stephanie, Emily, and Hina.
So hi, my name is Kimberly. My name is Stephanie.
My name is Hina.
Emily. So we decided to help our middle school, the middle school that we attended a few years ago, which is J. Middle School. and we wanted to help there because when that was the first place where we felt inspired by art. So everything that we did in her class, nothing was ever wrong, and everything that we created, she always wanted to help us better that. So that's why we want to help Ms. D'Agostino in her art class and do this project.
They are presenting on their pitch POL, which is the first major checkpoint of senior projects. It is at the stage in which the panel of 6 senior advisors determine whether or not their ideas would be viable and timely to accomplish within the 6 weeks seniors are given.
But the thing is, she only had a spot for June 5th, so that's like before graduating, so that way.
Show our results. We wouldn't be able to document our results if
Yeah,
it were
So that was
after.
going to be an issue.
And we were gonna do, and I emailed Dick Blick, and Dick Blick is a art supply art supplies store. So I emailed it, but the email wasn't valid, the email address.
So since we had encountered that obstacle about the art show not being able to happen until June 5th, we decided to stay local in the community and try to do the art show in the Longdale City Center. And we're gonna go tomorrow to talk to them. And if that doesn't work out, we have a backup plan, which is to go to Jane Addams and host the art show in their open house. And we figured that if the Longdale Center doesn't work, that would work since a lot of parents come in and see like what the students have done so far.
And we want to do it during their open house because middle schools have like open houses, so a lot of parents go there.
We're gonna do a food sale tomorrow, so we're trying to get the stuff today to get it ready for tomorrow.
What are you guys doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'm gonna do a food sale after school.
What are you gonna sell?
Frito chili cheese, Fritos,
Horchata, bag of cookies,
and candy.
Oh, and bag of Mexican candy.
How much do you guys think you're gonna fundraise? And how much do you need for the actual goal of creating an art supply?
So each bag is going to be $2. It's going to have cheese with chips, the cheese, and chili. And the drinks are going to be $1. It's going to be horchata. And the extra toppings, which are jalapenos, are going to be 25 cents. And I think we're going to make, like, how much do you think we're going to make? I don't know, because a lot
Like
of people...
$60.
Maybe 60. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, people are hungry, so...
We have to go around today and like, remind them about the food sale tomorrow so that they can bring their money.
And I think we're gonna spend like $50 on this stuff. Because we already have some materials like forks, so we already have that. We have napkins and cups, so we're not gonna buy everything because we already have...
You guys have any idea how much you fundraise for your
For the whole project?
Yeah, like you guys have a rough estimate or no?
Yeah.
Our goal is to like raise at least, well, most 500. Like 500?
Yeah. But whatever we get, we get. It doesn't matter. As long as we donate stuff to them.
Alright, that's pretty cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Do you guys have any more questions?
I think we're good for now. We'll follow up later.
Senior Showcase occurs when students have almost completed their senior project and right before their final POL. It gives students the opportunity to show off the work they have done to the rest of the community. In preparation for Senior Showcase, Sam's group dedicated their senior project time into choosing a venue in which it could be held on rather than the Da Vinci designed campus, where school events are typically held. Senior Showcase is open to the entire community, not limited to those which are a part of the Da Vinci family. This allows students to branch out outside of the school community and gain life skills in presenting to people outside of their comfort zone.
And we'll kind of just move everything out to the side. Then we can just do the middle area, which, you know, how much space you need? Like under $5 grand? You know? Yeah. you know, if we just do this and party. Yeah. And I have some great pictures. They're in my laptop. But feel free to look around. Yeah, isn't it cool? Spy planes, you know, pin-up girls.
I love it.
Yeah,
I like it a lot.
Perfect for like design school.
I know.
I think it would be like really cool to like be able to like show like senior projects, so that's like what
It's a
we
lot
do.
more spacious too. It's a little expensive. Under 5,000.
Under 5,000?
Yeah. Last year was only 3,000. They said so.
Okay, I'll see you again. All right, my pleasure. All right, how's the documentary going well? Joe Libby, the man, the myth, the legend.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, see you guys. All right, take care.
I really like it. I like it. It's so expensive.
When choosing senior project groups, students are limited to having a total of 4 members per group. Paolo and Charisse decided to collaborate and create the projects together rather than including the maximum amount of group members. For their senior project, they decided to document the relationship between mothers and daughters. In order to accomplish this, they have chosen to interview the daughters separately and allow the mothers to watch the interview secretly without the daughters knowing. After the interview, the mothers and daughters are once again reunited and the interactions with each other are filmed.
So tell them your part.
So, this is our set. So down here, we'll have one chair sitting like here. So from this camera, it just kind of has their background, and it's just like a little video, and they're just talking about things that they love about their mom, small things, a short story, and then things that frustrate them about their mom, fights that they have, and like some things that they'd like to change. So up here is our boomstick, so it kind of picks up and it feeds all the way to that computer where we keep it recorded.
So if we're recording right now.
You'd have to restart Audacity.
Well, I'm not gonna restart it for you, but this is where we record it, and it picks up really well.
So here we have an iPad, and so I Skype Paula upstairs, where Paula and her mom, or like the contestant guests mom, they are. So they don't know that their mom is watching, so it's just kind of like secretive.
Yeah, so that's why we ask them questions like, what do you not like about your mom? What don't you like about the relationship?
What do you wish you could change about your relationship?
So they're talking a whole bunch of... And then...
we make
and
sure
the moms
that...
are listening and watching. And then... But then we tell them, like, okay...
Beforehand.
We tell them beforehand, don't say anything that you don't want your mom to know on camera because it's going on the internet, so she'll be able to see it.
Oh, these are outdoor lights. They're really bright. They're this one's at 100 watts and that one's at 50. So it's pretty hot. Pretty caliente.
Alright, so I'm gonna take you upstairs. We film upstairs too with this camera. Gets nervous when you guys are around. Anyways, back over here. So she's Skyping me, and we're Skyping on this computer. And I have the mom sit here. It's all quiet in here, and I keep everything open so there's a bunch of light. And then I film with this camera, and I just film her reaction. I typically just walk around and I just get her at this position, because sometimes the mom will either be hugging the pillow. I tell her if you want to hug the pillow, you can.
And they have inspirational stuff on them.
Yeah. So like this in of itself is a little set that we made. And then, yeah. Sometimes they're laughing, wanting to cry.
And then we take them downstairs, the mom downstairs, and then we reveal to
the daughter that the mom was watching, and you're like, what? No, really, no. And then we interview the mom and the daughter while they're sitting next to each other. Then we take them outside for some dramatic, like, I don't know, playing, I guess, and they're like, woo! Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Throughout the duration of senior projects, groups have the ability to conference with their advisors in order to gain insight or feedback on different ideas. The main responsibility of senior advisors is to supervise the groups which they have been assigned and make sure they are on track to achieve their goals and checkpoints. Advisors are also in charge of making sure the quality of their work is up to par, with expectations that other advisors have for their final product.
But it's there, and then when we see it, it's like, wow, that's pretty amazing.
Something obvious that we need to point out. You know what I mean?
Something simple, right? Maybe you can do mother and daughter relationship is like everlasting, or you'd be surprised if the mother and daughter are surprisingly like identical, or like something simple message rather than asking them just a lot of questions and going out to like park and everything. Because where's the message? Like it needs to be a simple message that people who are like teenagers to like 50-year-old can just take away without asking a lot of questions. On social media, and the audiences are very close. And if you're trying to distract them from the main message and ultimately have a giant reveal, that's perfect. But if it's a little bit draggy, then you lose audiences. Focus right there. So I want to just make sure that you guys have a really cool product and you just spend time out rather than you spend a lot of time filming it and you're editing it. It's like, oh, it's like 20 minutes and then like it's just mother and daughter and like they're answering a bunch of questions, you know? I think the mother and daughter interacting in the park, I think you can capture them like the sun is hitting them on the perfect spot and they're running and smiling. I think that could be like towards the end, like end 10 seconds of like, and then you can say mother and daughter relationship is so special, and it would be like an outro. Does that make sense? It's not like a big part of it, but it's like them just like having fun of 6 different people and their relationship as like an outro to see like this is beautiful. But I think there needs to be like a giant like mind explosion of yes, like
Find something like that. That's hard.
do you get what I'm saying?
No,
Are we on
I
the same
get you.
page?
Yeah.
I mean, and if I missed something from your presentation, like enlighten me, and I did see a little bit of a spark when you said, do you have self-image issues, or like, do you think you're beautiful? And mother says, no, I'm really conscious about my jaw, or something like that. And daughter says, I'm also really conscious about. Like, whoa. And then the other mother and daughter says, I think I'm beautiful. Like, I am big and beautiful. And then like the daughter goes, I am beautiful too. And like, and then I'm like, look at how like the mother's self-image impacts the daughter's self-image too. But that only works if all of their interview matches up. So that's one of the reasons why I told you like we should script it, right? But then I'm like, I know that is bad, right? So that's kind of one of the reasons why I was like, okay, I'm gonna stop myself to do this, and then we'll figure something out. And that was one of the reasons why I stopped myself the first.
Film it. Yeah, film it. Don't delete it. Because
No, I understand.
It might come in handy later for our videos. Yeah, and actually, it's some of the stuff like I've been writing down on paper, like just life things.
This is just for you.
This is just for me.
Okay, it's fine.
Okay.
When choosing a senior project, senior advisors allow students to have the opportunity to select what they would like to do for their seminar. Each senior project should be unique and should introduce new ideas which do not overlap with other groups' projects. In the case of this group, Ben, Darren, Henry, and Nathan set out to create a financial seminar in an effort to show individuals which may be interested how to effectively plan out different financial aspects of their life. In preparation for their seminars, their group is filming lessons which will be used over the course of their seminar.
In a group or in a company is the most important thing. That gives us everyone's power to achieve what we want to do. You know, it's not money. It's not, it's this ability to give back to people. It's the ability to give an education to the people who need it most. Because, to be honest, there's a lot of people who are financially illiterate. such as, like, let's try 80% of the population. They have no idea how to, budget properly. They don't know how to pay their taxes properly. It's an epidemic. It's almost as big as, it's not a biological epidemic. Well, no, it is, because psychological is biological. So it is an informational, biological, psychological pandemic, epidemic, or even what's greater than an epidemic?
Pandemic.
Megademic. Or kilodemic. It's a bad thing, and we're trying to fix it because we're on a mission. We're not on a mission to Mars. We're not on a mission to the moon. We're on a mission to the Earth to help make it a better place. Because with all the things that we have to endure in life, earthquakes in Nepal, or terrorist attacks from ISIS, or traffic jams on the 405, we're trying to make it a little easier for people. We're trying to make it a little bit brighter. Because behind every dark crevice of darkness, there's always going to be a little patch of light. We're gonna expand that light so it shines on all the people, shines on the darkness. We are the warriors. We are the knights.
It's a golden shower of light.
We are on the crusades to fix the world. We are the Prometheus. We're shedding light on the humans. We are Prometheus. We should have named our company that. We are Prometheus. We're gonna change the world, and you know it. And we're motivated. We have energy. We drink coffee. We drink 3 cups of coffee every day. Red Bull.
12 cups of coffee.
We need to fuel our motivation and minds in order to achieve what we want to do. Okay? Don't you forget that. And our audience is not going to forget it. They're going to get blown away in the amount of effort we put into things. Because we're busy. We're constantly working. We don't look at funny cat videos. We don't fool around on YouTube. We don't talk to Frank about off-topic things like Reagan. So, I'm telling you, we are working hard. This is the Atolo Financial Group. We do what we do because we want to do it.
After visiting both the Motor Art and Lawndale Community Center venues, Sam's group came to the conclusion that the cost of renting one of the 2 venues for Senior Showcase was out of their price range, set at $750. Due to the limited funds, they determined the most affordable venue they had visited, Sleepy Hollow, located in El Segundo, would be the best choice. In order to have enough funds to rent out the venue, the school paid the remaining balance of $2,000.
How much would be the extra? Oh, okay. Do you think it's possible for us to visit today? Or is it too late? Yeah? Okay. So around what time would be good to drop by? Anytime? Yes, please.
I'm filling out my weekly something calendar. No, weekly objectives calendar. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So, and we just made $281 from our fundraiser with the donut sale
When was that?
this morning.
What's your overall goal, fundraising goal for your senior project?
$1,400.
Well, I mean, it's some progress, but
Yeah, we have
got a
like
ways to go.
$340 something right now. So we're
Okay.
getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
How many more fundraisers are you guys doing?
Well, we have another one this Friday morning. It's gonna be another donut sale, and then we have 2 or 3 more in the next 2 weeks. But we're gonna be fundraising every week.
Should we go?
Okay, so this is our update for a while, and we're gonna start off with talking about our original project. Our original project was to go to the school to teach kids different forms of art, and from there we were going to have them transfer the different forms of art onto the canvas. Then from the canvases we were going to create an art show to sell their art pieces, and with the money that we were going to fundraise, we were going to give back to the school so that they could buy more art supplies to encourage the kids to continue doing art. But we ran into an issue.
The main issue we had was that during spring break, the principal had already told us that it was all right to teach, but just a few weeks ago, she denied our request to teach there. So we tried to fix it by making an appointment with her to talk to her to see what was wrong. But the day we went, her secretary told us that she was too busy and she couldn't see us. And since then, we've tried emailing her and she won't respond, or she hasn't responded. So we haven't been able to fix that.
So the charter project that we wanted to create was to give back to the school that we attend now. So we wanted to decorate the senior area by making it more artsy since we're an art school. And communications has their decorations in the back, so we wanted to do that to our part. And we want to just make it look more colorful and beautiful.
So, the materials we'll be using is palettes, wood, paint, rollers, and paintbrushes, and Sharpie and paint markers. And for the design, as you can see, it's right there. That's the design we originally wanted, but the design on the bottom is the one we like. It's more clean.
Stephanie and her group had high hopes in their effort to help fund the art department at Jane Addams Middle School. Unfortunately, as they progressed on their project, Jane Addams was no longer able to cooperate due to issues related to complying with district policies. In response, they decided to invest the remaining 3 weeks of time into improving and beautifying the senior area. Here you can see them priming the wall to begin creating their piece of art.
Oh, shoot, I don't think I have. Did you guys sign? Oh, we never gave it to them.
It's gonna spit up.
I'm sorry, maybe I should, right? Yeah, I think so. I have. I have no nails, Trace. There we go.
Here we have one of Paola's and Sharice's first mother and daughter interviews. Before proceeding, both the mother and daughter are asked to sign waivers in which they give consent to allow their footage to be used in the final documentary. Once this is completed, the mother is separated from the daughter and the interview begins.
She made us sign all this around.
Oh no, no, it's fine. You just don't hear.
No, did she not?
Yeah, it's fine. She signed nothing like that. Okay, so this is part we're gonna split you guys up. So your mom's gonna come with me. Okay, let's go.
Made eye contact with him, and I kind of just like nodded my head up, and he goes, and he said hi to the person I was walking next to, and he's like, oh bonjour, and I go, oh bonjour, and he goes, no, you must shake hand, it's tradition, and I'm like, okay. So I shake his hand, and he holds my hand for like an entire like 2-minute conversation. Like, so where are you from? And I'm like, oh, America. And he's like, oh, like this, and asking me all these questions. And I kind of was like pulling my hand away inch by inch, and he kind of wouldn't budge. And my mom was a little ways behind me. And finally, I was just like, all right, I'm good. Like, have a great day, bye. And it's kind of creepy, but it was funny because she comes up right behind me and she goes, I was so ready to swoop in right then and there. And it was such like a like.
She thought it was so funny because she was totally ready to be like, sorry, excuse me, this is my daughter that you're talking to right now. And it was just like, she was like, I was so ready to just talk to him and say something. And she was like, so, she got like all ready to tell me, I'm ready to be it was ridiculous. And she thought she was so tough. And I was like, couldn't imagine my mom coming over being this tough with this big Moroccan man and just trying to be flirty, I guess. Should have done some things real quick. Talk my hands a lot. Dude, me too. I thought
Only her hands, you don't.
gosh, that's great.
I was just saying I was about to whip his right?
Oh, classy.
Hey.
Hi, Mom. Hi. I thought you were doing your own questions.
Great, lovely. Okay.
My nails aren't that long.
Okay. You're good. You're good. We watch each other's back.
After scouting through different locations, Sam's group finally set their eyes on what? Smoky Hollow.
I'm ready for it now. Happy that it's over. It was a nice experience to plan the whole showcase, but I'm like glad that we got through it and we created a successful event. Relieved.
Yeah, it's just really long and dragged out.
Relieved because I mean there was a lot of work we put behind the project. I mean, lots of hours, but nonetheless we got it done. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Now just remember that it's like one of our last senior events. It's like the last showcase that we're ever gonna have. It's the last thing, and we just have a few events before we graduate.
I think just presenting our project to people and seeing how they react to it.
Yeah, how they reacted to like our original project being cut. So that was the biggest thing for us.
Talking to a lot of parents because it's basically our last exhibition. So the fact that we get to like take that in, process that. So that was pretty rewarding.
Finding a venue.
Finding the venue.
Money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Finding people to like bring the tables. But at the end, a lot of people came together and helped us. So we really appreciate it.
Definitely.
Getting our original project cut.
Also, the new one, it was kind of like rushing last minute, so
We had to rush it.
Getting it all together, building the teacher handbook was by far I think the toughest part.
I would say mostly communication with our class.
Maybe like a group of like 6, because 4 was like alright, but I feel like if there was 6 people, it would be divided more equally so that each person could have a different job.
Honestly, nothing. Overall, it was a good thing. Like, it's a good time.
either way we still helped out the school.
Yeah.
It could always be better. So if I had more time to do the videos, I'd spend more time editing, making it more creative. So.
Yeah.
Considering how much we got done in like a short amount of time, I'm pretty happy with what we got.